I'm Hunter.
And I'm Jennifer.
Cool. So the number one thing to remember is that you need to consider your general purpose. So basically, when you're considering your general purpose, you want to make sure you know both what the audience needs and what the audience wants, as well as what you want to need. That's very important in identifying your intent. There is four basic presentation types that we're going to be talking about. There's a tell presentation, a sell presentation, a consult, and then join. Cool. So in a tell situation, basically, it's kind of like if you're giving a progress report. You basically give a presentation about information, and you're delivering that information. So it's more of like an informative talk. You also want to consider focusing on what, who, and how. Not really the why, more on the what, who, and how, because that's basically delivering information and not really explaining much about it, more like delivering the information. When you're in a sales situation, you're basically trying to pitch a product, or trying to change people's attitudes, or something that they believe in. You're trying to persuade them some way or another way. When you're in a sales situation, you want to talk about maybe things like the last word finances, or things such as how a procedure is done, or a how-to procedure. That's instances you use a sales situation for. You also want to make sure you figure out the general purpose of the presentation, and you also want to remember to involve your audience when you are using sell presentation, because rather than telling telling someone about something, when you're selling something, you're going to have feedback. People are going to ask questions, and you want to make sure you involve the audience when you are trying to sell something. All right. The last one I'm going to be talking about are consult and join situations. When you are in a consult or join situation, you're going to be more of a facilitator rather than someone delivering information or a presenter. When you're facilitating things, you definitely involve the audience a lot. They're going to be the main purpose of the presentation. When you're in a consult situation, you choose more to concentrate on questions, like maybe in a town hall meeting. People are going to have questions or concern about what's going on in their community. That's going to be probably more in a consult situation. When you're in a joint situation, though, that is more of like gaining feedback or ideas on how to support what you're trying to present or talk about. Maybe asking people how they think that they can improve what you're talking about, or other ideas they can put forward on the table. That's going to be more of a joint situation. And with that, I'm going to be passing it on to Jenny.
So you want to write your presentation objectives because it saves time when you're pressed for time, and when you're cut off, it helps you adjust. And it also helps you save time when you're presenting things that you might not even be mentioning, or when you're researching things that you might not even be mentioning. And it also helps with giving clues for how to open and close your presentation. So your objectives should be results oriented and audience focused. And so you want to seek results, and when you start out writing your objective, you want to say that my presentation will blank. So in that blank, you want to put in what your objective or goal is for your presentation. And it should also focus on the audience. So part of your objective statement should include my audience will blank. So you want that blank to include what you want your audience to understand by the end of your presentation. So your whole objective statement should read, as a result of my presentation, my audience will blank. And you can make changes to the phrase as needed according to your liking. Target statements are what you want the audience to think, feel, or do, and that is also included in your objective statement. And our target statements should be specific, measurable, and attainable. And so you want to specify what you want from the audience, because thinking can be further categorized into knowing and opinions, and feelings can be further categorized into attitudes and emotions, and do can be further categorized into mental activities and physical actions. So target statements have to be extremely specific in order for you to convey what you're trying to say. You also want to consider whether the target is measurable, and this is because things such as feelings, which are emotional states, are difficult to define, so they cannot be measured. And opinions also
going to relate to the audience, and it sort of also includes it needs to include some flexibility. So what I mean by that is we write a very specific presentation objective, say like, I want to instruct the audience how third quarter results must be improved by manufacturing this more efficiently. That really might not be what the audience is receptive to. So if we say something more like, I want to work with the audience on improving third quarter efficiency results, then we can perhaps work better with the audience and actually achieve something from our presentation rather than coming across as dictatorial and sort of unresponsive to audience's desire. So we're always trying to strike a balance. Now, how you're going to enact your presentation objective is by coming up with specific targets that say, okay, so our presentation objective is a general framework, but then we're going to get down to the details of saying, specifically, I'd like to impress upon them the importance of improving results. And how much, so I need to know that it's specific, measurable, and attainable. So once I have the specifics down, I need to deliver that and then determine if it was successful or not. There's a variety of measuring techniques. The book often talks about reading nonverbals, but you could also do things like polling samples, stuff like that. The final part of writing a good target is that it be attainable. So you might not want to expect the world in coming into interaction with an audience. You might have to have a very much smaller goal. This always has to do with knowing your audience and being able to speak to them in a way they can be receptive to. And finally, once we have this presentation objective, we're going to use it throughout the entire presentation lifecycle. And this includes like preparing for it, when we're writing it and figuring out how it's going to go, when we're rehearsing it to make sure that we're always communicating with the audience effectively. When we actually present, this is very important because if you have a good focus in mind, when you go to deliver the presentation, if you encounter a roadblock or if you stumble, you can pick yourself back up and know what your focus is supposed to be. And finally, when you're done giving the presentation, you can evaluate your success. How well did I do in relation to what my presentation objective was? Did I totally fail, or did I meet some elements of what I wanted my presentation to do? So, quiz for you guys.
Will you go ahead and read the quiz questions out loud, one of you, while you pass the quizzes out?
To deliver a quality presentation, you must know what both you and the audience want to hear. Yeah.
Go ahead, read all of them.
Explain in one or two sentences